Hello everyone, I'm so excited to stand here today and share my reflection individual task with you. In this age of rapidly advancing information technology, technology has become an integral part of the classroom. Before we begin, I'd like to share 3 technology tools that can be incorporated into the classroom: 3D printing technology, virtual reality, and video streaming applications. First, I would like to introduce the use of 3D printing in teaching math. The audience I chose to apply it to is grade 11 students, and the topic is three-dimensional geometry. I believe that the advance of 3D printing can help students better understand the shapes, structures, and calculations of 3D-dimensional geometry. Geometry is an important branch of math and involves spatial perception and understanding of shapes. For many students, abstract geometry is often difficult to understand, especially three-dimensional geometry and the development of spatial imagination. Therefore, at the beginning of the lesson, teachers can show students the shapes of geometry objects, examples, and how to calculate the area, so a student can have a preliminary concept of three-dimensional geometry. After understanding the concept, teachers can let students experience 3D printers, so as students can participate in designing, making, and touching. For example, printing a circular sphere or prism, and students can directly use a ruler to measure its dimensions and understand how the formulas work through particular operation, which will enhance their mastery of the concept of volume and surface area. After the hands-on experience, teachers can ask students questions, such as, how is the area of a square calculated? Students can directly use a ruler to measure its size or touch it to feel it. And through hands-on experience, students can better understand how the formula works and thus enhance their mastery of the concept of volume and surface area. The next example I gave is that before starting, teachers can provide students with design software such as Tinkercad, a simple design tool, and let them design cubes and rectangles based on given specifications. For example, a cube with a side length of 5 centimeters, a rectangle with a length of 6 centimeters, and a width of 4 centimeters. And during the design process, students need to calculate the size of each face and understand the relationship between the faces. Think about the diagonal of rectangle area and other mathematical problems, so as to deepen their understanding of the geometry or surface of the rectangle. When printing is complete, the teacher can print out the model of the student's design. When faced with computational problems, students can verify the accuracy of their calculations on paper by actually measuring the set lengths, areas, and volumes of the models. For example, students can understand the consistency of a cube's side lengths by using a ruler to measure each side of a printed cube to ensure that they are all equal in length. With the actual practical model, students can more clearly understand the practical meaning behind the formulas. More than just a tool for printing things, 3D printing technology provides a powerful support for math education. By transforming abstract mathematical concepts into tangible physical models, students can better understand complex mathematical problems such as geometry, volume, surface area, and stimulate their interest in learning and the spirit of exploration. At the same time, 3D printing also promotes the cultivation of spontaneous imagination, the application of mathematical modeling, as well as the development of hands-on skills and innovative thinking. For teachers, instead of relying on traditional flat shapes, they can present three-dimensional geometry to the reality of students. This three-dimensional touch perceptual geometry modeling helps teachers explain spatial geometry in a more vivid and intuitive way. As technology continues to advance and teachers continue to learn how to use modern technology, 3D printing will become an essential tool in the math classroom, helping students gain a deeper understanding and mastery of math through hands-on experience. The second thing I would like to introduce is the use of visual technology in music education. In this model, I have chosen the applicable population to be the grade 10 students, and the topic will be the knowledge of music composition and theory. Traditional music composition often relies on instrument and music production software, and these approaches may in some ways limit students' creativity and performance. However, VR technology allows students the freedom to create in a fully immersive visual environment that breaks through the constrictions of physical space, while immersing and engaging students in music learning through visual technology helps students to more intuitively understand one's skills, harmony, and rhythm. Special mention should be made of Virtuoso VR, a software program that allows students to design and play their own music with different visual instruments. VR allows students to compose in an intuitive way. For example, by touching instrument or note with a gesture in a visual space, students can quickly program melodies, chords, and rhythms through the visual console. And tools such as tempo sync and circle preset can help them keep the beat and turn, and even adjust sound effects and melodic direction in real time as they compose, where music theory is often abstract and symbolic. VR allows students to visualize and strengthen the concept of music theory in 3D space, where they can see how noise, chord, and other musician elements interact with each other in space. For example, students can play different chords through a visual instrument and observe the pitch changes between chords and how the chord progression affects the emotion and structure of the music. This type of visualization helps students relate abstract music theory concepts to actual sound and melodies so that they can better understand them. Here are some slips I found about VR. The introduction of visual reality technology has brought many innovative teaching methods to music education. For students, VR provides immersive learning experience that makes music learning more vivid. For example, creating or playing music freely in a visual environment, getting rid of the construction of physical space, and transforming abstract music theories into visualization to help them more easily understand through the interactive experience of visualization. They can see how noise the chords are combined in three-dimensional space and grip the basic theory of music more intuitively. As for teachers, VR provides them with more diverse teaching tools, allowing them to explain complex music theories and composition techniques in a more visual and intuitive way. Through visual technology, teachers are able to show and demonstrate music teaching content that could be difficult to achieve in a traditional classroom. For example, teachers can show complex chord progression in a visual space and lead the student interactively through different intervals, chord modes, without having to rely on the traditional blackboard. The application of VR technology in music education brings many benefits to both students and teachers. not only improving the effectively and interactively of teaching, but also providing personalized guidance to students, enhancing the quality and effectiveness of music education. Then, I would like to introduce you to the use of video streaming in the teaching of English. And this time, I think that the teaching population should be in the grade 4, and the same is the comprehension and the application of words. The use of video streaming technology in teaching English as a second language provides a new way for students to learn, especially in the area of vocabulary, comprehension, and application. Through video streaming, students can not only have a new interactive exposure to the actual use of the language, but also deepen their vocabulary comprehension and memorization through multisensory learning, and increase their interest in learning vocabulary. Video streaming enhances student understanding of vocabulary by combining the sense of sight and sound. In videos, students can simultaneously hear the pronunciation of words and see related visual cues, such as action or pictures, which helps them deepen their vocabulary memorization with multisensory situation. It is worth mentioning here the program YouTube. For example, at the beginning of the lesson, the teacher can show a video about nature conservation and highlight parts of advanced vocabulary such as conservation or pollution to help students understand the words in context. Since it is difficult for younger students to memorize these advanced vocabulary words, connecting the vocabulary to life can help students better understand the words in context. By having students watch content with English subtitles, teachers can ensure that students can hear the pronunciation of words as well as see the spelling of vocabulary, helping them see the hear vocabulary usage in real context and effectively improving their vocabulary mastery. After watching the video, teachers can ask students questions such as, can you make sentence with conservation? In this way, students can practice using new vocabulary, can improve their ability to experience themselves. Video streaming applications in teaching words comprehension and application not only provide teachers can rich teaching results and flexible teaching methods, but also create a more vivid, interactively, and personality learning experience for students. For students, video streaming can show the application of vocabulary in different scenarios, can help them understand how to use this word in actual communication. For example, by showing a video of checking in at a hotel, students better understand the actual meaning of the vocabulary through this combination of visual and context. For ESL students, this kind of contextualized learning can help them avoid rote memorization, make them understand the vocabulary more deeply through the connection with the actual situation, and enhance their language application ability. For teachers, video streaming greatly saves time and energy and improves teaching effectively. For example, in a traditional classroom, teachers need to spend a lot of time explaining, lecturing, and demonstrating a certain word. With video streaming, on the other hand, the teacher can just pre-record education videos, saving the time of conducting demonstrations themselves. For example, a teacher can choose an animated video about family, which describes in detail the meaning, the usage of words such as parents and sisters or brothers. Students can watch this video in class, and the teacher can simply add explanations and interact, effectively improving classroom effectively. Overall, through video streaming tools, teachers can not only utilize this tool to enhance this vividness of teaching and improve classroom effectiveness, but also stimulate student interest and interactively providing students with a more confident and effective language learning experience. In modern teaching, the use of technological tools can effectively enhance students' learning experience and teachers' teaching effectiveness. 3D printing technology allows students to enhance their spatial thinking and practical mathematical skills by making and manipulating geometrical models. VR technology can provide students with an immersive learning experience to improve their playing skills, creativity, and music understanding, while video streaming media can enhance student vocabulary comprehension and cross-cultural communication through contextualized learning and culture expansion and interactive learning. These technologies not only make teaching more vivid and interesting, but also provide a personalized learning experience according to students' individual different and promote student independent learning and activity thinking. That's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.